I kind of think that ever since COVID, ever since like the lockdown, I feel like the world changed. Did the world change after the pandemic for you? I feel like we have this, like the pre-pandemic version of ourselves and then this weird post-pandemic version of ourselves that's not in alignment. I don't know. I'm noticing this amongst my friends, my family. A lot of people are like kind of bebopping along, and there's no real there's no real pizzazz, or I'm not even sure. I can't even really put this into words. So, forgive the rambling rant here. Something just seems off, really, really off. And I'm really wondering if it was the pandemic. I don't know. I mean, I used to get out, I used to do all these different things. And it's not like I locked myself in a room ever since the pandemic, but I just feel like the world just has a different feel to it. I mean, like the pandemic just brought out the best and the worst in people. And, life as we knew it came to a screeching halt. We had never seen anything like that before.
I don't know. Maybe we're all in this state of post-pandemic trauma.
I've done some really hard things. I mean, obviously, everybody on this channel, they know that I grew out my gray hair, which was not easy, and I kept it long the whole time. And you know my story if you follow me, and if you don't, make sure that you subscribe. But I've done a lot of other hard things. I've just done some really hard stuff. And I've been starting to use some of the skills, though, that I've learned from the gray hair journey, to kind of address this issue. I think it really does start with an awareness that you're just sort of there and you're living your life day to day to day to day, and they're all starting to look alike. And, maybe it is time for a change. I mean, maybe it's your job that might not be a good fit for you, your relationship, a bad relationship, or maybe it's your weight and your eating habits. You know that eating that is going to make you feel bad, but you do it anyway. And I mean, you don't need me to tell you that. I mean, I'm there right with you. I have a love for chips, and that is my thing. I'm not so much a sweets person, and I know every time I do it, it's not that I beat myself up. It's just, I know I don't feel good after I eat that way. There's just so many things. And do you feel this? And if so, what are you doing to change it, if anything? I think it starts with an awareness, that something just is nagging at you, and it just, you're not 100% happy or where you should be and feeling the way you should be at this stage of your life. And why is that? I think that sometimes it just boils down to straight up fear. Like we get comfortable. We get way too comfortable. And then the thought of making like a big drastic change in our lives can be really, really freaking scary. Even the gray hair journey, obviously this is a gray hair channel and I'm sort of deviating off, but it sort of relates too, because when you're even talking about changing your hair color, like that can be like a big deal. Even buying a new car, and maybe should I sell the old car? Should I keep the old car? Keeping that job that you hate, because it pays the bills, and the alternative is scary, and you hear reports of the job market, and the older you get, how hard it's going to be for you to even find a job because of ageism and this and that. There's so many things to worry about and so many things to have anxiety over. So how do you overcome that? We are such creatures of habit. I feel like everything in our lives, in our modern lives, is sort of designed to keep us almost like in this trap of just, wash, rinse, repeat, get up in the morning and do the same thing over and over again. Even my car just reminded me that I need an oil change. And that's going to be something else now that I have to schedule and make time to do. I feel like creating important and intentional change in your life is probably one of the hardest things. I would just encourage you to start with the big thing. Think of the big thing. If you could do anything, what was the one thing that you would really want to change? Because once you can identify that, that's the first step in moving towards an actual solution. I don't know about you, but I don't want to live the rest of my life walking around like a zombie. I mean, we're on this journey together, right? So let's do this. Let's make some great changes. I just find the human mind just so fascinating, how we rationalize things out. Let me know what you think, and let me know if you're going through anything like this, and if this is something that's resonating with you.